Well, it's time for a little baseball on the channel, and I'm returning to my 2025 baseball playoff reimagining. And we are now in the World Series. We will be playing Game 4 of the World Series between the Cleveland Guardians and the San Diego Padres. And the Padres lead the series 2-1, as you can see from the playoff tree here. So we're getting close to being finished with this project, and we'll see if the Guardians can tie the series here in Game 4, or will San Diego take a 3-1 series lead. So let's go out to the program here. OOTP 26 is being used. It's Out of the Park Baseball 26, and you see on the screen here the two teams as their matchup. Basically the same lineups, it looks like, for both teams from Game 3, in which Cleveland won that game. I'm going to go back here and look. It was 7-3. And this is October, I believe. Let me look here. October 28th is the game day for this one. So, looking forward to this. I just saw something today that we're about 50 days from the World Baseball Classic. I'm looking forward to that. I enjoyed the last one, and I think a lot of people will enjoy it. And we're about a month, I guess, from pitchers and catchers. So while the weather is wintry, at least in the eastern part of the United States, and cold, baseball isn't too far away, and the warmer weather will get here eventually, and spring will spring, and spring will spring. That's an odd phrase. And we'll get outside and some nice weather, and baseball will be played for real. But until that time, let's continue the Baseball World Series here that I'm reimagining. And here's Game 4 at Progressive Field in Cleveland, night game on October 28th, game day. And it's a clear, cool evening. Not too bad for late October, and the wind blowing in from left field at 10 miles an hour. So the starting lineups for this Game 4. For the visiting San Diego Padres, Fernando Tatis leads off and plays right field. Jake Cronenworth plays first base and bats second. Manny Machado bats third, plays third base. Jackson Merrill, center fielder, bats fourth. Ryan O'Hearn, the designated hitter, bats fifth. Ramon Laureano, the left fielder, bats sixth. Xander Bogaerts bats seventh and plays second base. Freddie Fermin, the catcher, bats eighth, and Jose Iglesias is the shortstop and bats ninth. The starting pitcher for the San Diego Padres is right-hander Yu Darvish. He was 5-5 during the season, 5.38 ERA. For the Cleveland Guardians, leading off, Brayan Rocchio, second base. This will be his second game. He'll lead off. Batting second, Petey Halpin, the center fielder. Jose Ramirez, the third baseman, bats third. Batting fourth, Kyle Manzardo, plays first base, bats fourth. Batting fifth is Jonathan Rodriguez, the designated hitter. Daniel Schneemann, the right fielder, bats sixth. Austin Hedges takes over at catcher, bats seventh. Gabriel Reyes is the shortstop and bats eighth. And batting ninth, the former leadoff hitter for the Guardians, Stephen Kwan, plays left field. He's not really having a good playoffs, so they've moved the lineup around a little bit, and they have put him at the bottom of the lineup, starting in Game 3 and continuing here in Game 4. I'm just filling out my sheet here. And the starting pitcher for Cleveland is Slade Cecconi, 7-7 during the season, 4.30 ERA during the season. So let's head out to the stadium. Should be a rambunctious crowd in Cleveland trying to get their Guardians back in this World Series. So here we are on the field. It'll be Tatis to start off things against Cecconi, who has no decisions. He's pitched 8 2/3 innings, 6.23 ERA. in the playoffs. And Tatis steps into the batter's box, the right-handed batting right fielder. 1 home run, 2 RBIs, and 157 batting average in the playoffs. So we're going to have the pitches come up here on the top here. It's 1 pitch mode I'm using. And then we'll have a fly-in, and then we will start this game. It looks like Cleveland is wearing dark blue for home, and the Padres are wearing dark brown tops as the visitor. So here we go. A 3-0 pitch is going to come after the fly-in. Cecconi starts off against Tatis here in Game 4. And he walked him on 4 pitches. So the first base runner. They do have Colby, I think his name's Colby Allard. Yeah, Colby Allard, the left-hander. If Cecconi gets in too much trouble, they won't be afraid to put him in. So Cronenworth will bat with Tatis at first. No home runs, 2 RBIs, 333 batting average. He's been hitting a little better since he's moved up into the second position as the playoffs have gone on. So Tatis at first, being held by Manzardo. We'll see if he's moving. San Diego's been pretty aggressive on the base paths, as you can see by the totals of stolen bases over here on the screen compared to what Cleveland has had during the playoffs. So a full count pitch. There goes Tatis, and it's lined into right center field. Over to get it is Schneemann. Tatis is rounding third, and he will score all the way from first base. And San Diego takes a 1-0 lead on the double by Cronenworth to right center field. So not a good start here for the Guardians. And it'll be Machado to bat. So Cronenworth at second after knocking in Tatis. 5 home runs, 15 RBI for Machado playing third base, batting .305. So they can tack on another run here to start this game. And an 0-2 pitch, struck out Machado on a changeup, and that's 1 out. So that's a big out. Machado has been relatively hot lately. And Jackson Merrill, the center fielder, left-handed batter, will bat next. .203 batting average, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, with Cronenworth at second. And 1 out. And an 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out on a breaking pitch, curveball. So 2 quick strikeouts here, and O'Hearn will bat. O'Hearn, he's a DH, came over from Baltimore at the trade deadline. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, .271 batting average. So another run is waiting out there at second in Cronenworth, but now there are 2 outs. And a 3-1 pitch. And he walked him. So 2 walks this inning for Cecconi, and a double that scored a run. So the fastball was on the outside, and now Ramon Laureano with 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, .257 batting average during the playoffs. So 2 on and 2 out. And a 1-2 pitch. And that's a strike 3. Blew it past him. So that'll be the 3rd out. So limited damage. But still, San Diego does take the lead, 1-0 on 1 run, 1 hit, and 2 left. And Cleveland comes to bat. And it will be Rocchio, the switch hitter, followed by the left-handed batting Halpin, and then the switch hitter Ramirez. Here in the bottom of the first inning to face Darvish. No home runs, 4 RBIs, but Rocchio is hitting .327 in the playoffs. So here we go. Leading off. 2-1 pitch to Rocchio. Infield, outfield playing normal. That's lined down the left field line. It will be just fair. Into the left field corner. Laureano will dig it out. And a leadoff double for Rocchio. So Rocchio ends up at second. With nobody out, he is the tying run, and here's Halpin. He's been playing center field recently, batting .333, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. So a little bit of action here, trying to get that run back. 1 ball, no strikes, and a bunt, and he popped it, and he gets it. Darvish gets it, bunted it to the mound. So a 1-3 playoff. I thought it was popped up, but it was not. Sometimes this angle's a little difficult, but it still manages to get an out. So 1 out, and they will play back on defense here in the first inning, and Ramirez will bat. Batting .254, 2 home runs, 8 RBI. He has 3 stolen bases during these playoffs. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Infield and outfield playing slightly to the right. And he struck him out on the outside corner with a cutter. And there goes Ramirez, and that's 2 outs. So on the play, Rocchio stays at third. He's still at third with that strikeout. And Manzardo, he had his batting average above 300 earlier in the playoffs. Not too recently, but he's kind of cooled off a little bit here in this World Series. 3 home runs, 9 RBIs during the playoffs for the first baseman. And a 1-2 pitch with the tying run at third, and he struck him out. So they leave Rocchio at third, and the Padres lead at 1-0, and we head to the second inning. So let me check something here for San Diego. All right, I got to check my spreadsheet. Where is Darvish? Okay, here's Darvish. Or no, it isn't Darvish, it's Cecconi. We're in the top of the second inning, so I was wrong. I turned away and thought I was having Darvish pitch, but we're in the top of the second. We'll get it straight. Bogaerts to lead off for San Diego with Furman and Iglesias to follow. Bogaerts, 196 batting average, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, but four stolen bases in the playoffs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grounded weakly to third. Ramirez is up with it and will make the play, and that's 1 out. So 5-3 put out, and here's Furman. He's had a very good bat in these playoffs, batting .385, 3 home runs, 14 RBI. For the right-handed hitting catcher. See if he can have a little magic here. 1 strike pitch, infield, outfield normal. Lined up the middle and a base hit. And Furman continues to bat very well in the playoffs. Okay. And here's Iglesias with Furman at first. .333 batting average. No home runs and RBI. He does have a stolen base. The defense will not hold Furman at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Toward the right field line. Over to get it is Schneemann, and he'll make the catch. And that'll be the second out. And here's Tatis. He walked and scored his first time. So 1-0 San Diego here in the top of the second. Furman at first. He had a base hit. And here's a full count to Tatis. And that is high and deep to left field, and there is no doubt about that one. That is in the left field stands, and Tatis has just widened the lead to 3-0 with that home run. His second of the playoffs. A 2-run home run hit 398 feet. And that will score Furman ahead of him, and a 3-0 lead now for San Diego on that towering fly ball to left field. And the left fielder never moved. Halpin took a look at it, but it was long gone. Second home run of the playoffs for Tatis. And now Cronenworth with 2 outs. He doubled and drove in a run in the first inning. Off to a quick start of the Padres. 2-2 pitch coming for Cecconi. And that's lined pretty hard out to left field. That's traveling, but it's out toward the warning path, and there is Kwan, and that'll be the third out. But San Diego, 2 runs on 2 hits, and nobody left. An inning and a half complete, and it's 3-0 San Diego. Now it's Darvish. He is 1-0 in the playoffs. 11 innings pitched, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, 4.09 ERA. And here's Jonathan Rodriguez. He loves doubles, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've done games, and I'm sorry about that. But he's batting .250, 3 home runs, 6 RBI. And here's Darvish here in the bottom of the second with a 1-ball pitch. And that's lined out to left, not too deep. Laureano will settle under it and make the catch, and that's 1 out. Daniel Schneemann, the right fielder, batting left-handed. He's batting .229, a home run, 2 RBIs. He does have a stolen base in the playoffs. So no one on and 1 out. And a 2-2 pitch from Darvish. And he struck him out. Swing and a miss on a curveball. That'll be the 3rd strikeout for Darvish, and that'll be 2 out. Austin Hedges, the catcher, batting .174 in the playoffs. Doesn't have a home run or an RBI. He's the better defender, and Guardians probably put him in to at least slow down the Padres, who have been very aggressive on the base paths these playoffs. And the first pitch, and that's lined out to right field, and here comes the right fielder, Tatis, and he will grab it, and that's 1-2-3 for the Guardians here in the second. We go to the third, 3-0, San Diego. So Cecconi will face Machado, Merrill, and O'Hearn here in the top of the third. Struck out Machado his first time. And a 2-strike pitch now. Grounded to short, and it's through the hole between short and third. And that will be a base hit. Reyes couldn't get far enough to his right to get it. And that's a base hit, and now Jackson Merrill. 4th hit for San Diego. 1 on, nobody out. Full count. Walk inside corner and missed, and that's 2 on, nobody out. How long are they going to go with Cecconi here? Ryan O'Hearn to bat. Like I said, Allard is there if they want to change him. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts for Cecconi here through 2 innings. 2-2 pitch coming to O'Hearn, and that's lined out to right, and Schneemann will grab that. Relatively easy play, and that's 1 out. So we'll see if Cecconi can manage to get out of this inning with Laureano coming up. Allard is warming up, and that's that's lined to short. A 1-strike pitch, and that's 2 outs. And here's Bogaerts. Hit the button too fast to move on. Didn't pay attention again. So here's Bogaerts, grounded out to third his first time. Machado is at second, and Merrill's at first. With 2 outs, and here's a full count. And that's lined out to left, and barely moving is Kwan, and that'll be the 3rd out. So, no damage done. A walk and a hit. 2 men left. Bottom of the third coming up. Still 3-0 Padres. Darvish will face the bottom 2 of the order. Reyes and Kwan, and then the top in Rocchio. So here's Reyes. 1 home run, 6 RBIs, batting .107 in the playoffs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out on a cutter. Didn't even move the bat, and that's 1 out. And here's Kwan. Moved from the top of the order to the bottom. His batting average is at .210. No home runs, 2 RBIs. So let's see if he can get on base here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kwan. And that's lined to right field. That'll be a base hit. Over to get it is Tatis to cut it off before it goes to the corner. And that will be a base hit for Kwan. Maybe Kwan likes it at the bottom, and maybe Rocchio likes it at the top, since they're the ones that have the 2 hits so far for the Guardians. So Kwan at first, down 3-0. Don't know how aggressive they'll be. Base running is done by the computer. So full count. Ground ball sharp to third. Machado gets the lead run at second. And a fielder's choice. So 5-4 fielder's choice. Puts Rocchio at first, and that's 2 down. Halpin will bat. I control the pitching and batting substitutions, and the computer does the rest. Unless I see something for the defense, and I may change it. Some of my decisions have not been very good when it's come to relief pitching, and some have paid off. So we'll see how this goes in this game. Halpin will bat. He bunted to the pitcher his first time. Rocchio at first with 2 outs. First pitch. That's lined out to center. And coming in to get it is Merrill over to his right, and that will be the 3rd out. So no runs, a hit, and 1 left. And 3 innings are in the book now. And it's 3-0 San Diego as we enter the middle innings here at Progressive Field in Cleveland. Game 4. Padres lead the series 3-1. Cecconi to face Furman, Iglesias, and Tatis. Furman singled and scored his first time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Line to third, and there's Ramirez, and that's 1 out. Iglesias will bat. He is 0 for 1. He flew up to right field. 1 strike pitch. Short. Oh, that's a quick one to Ramirez on the ground, and that will be a play over to first, and that'll be the 2nd out. So a nice play on that sharp ground ball to Ramirez. So 2 outs, and here's Tatis. He is 1 for 1, a 2-run home run his last time up. And he has walked, so he scored twice. He has homered. Do we try another pitcher? Because then left-handers coming up, Cronenworth and Machado. Cecconi. Tatis has already homered off of him. I think we're going to. So we're going to bring in a new pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians, Colby Allard. The left-hander. So we're going to go with him. He will come in to pitch for Cecconi. He is a left-hander. How many batters for him? 18 for Cecconi. All right. He pitched 3 2/3, and he is responsible for the 3 runs that the Padres have given up, or the Padres have gotten. So here's Allard to face Tatis on a 2-2 pitch. And that's lined to center, and that will be another base hit for Tatis. Oh, he's going to stretch it out for a double, and he will be out. So not a very good base runner running there. 8-6 on the putout. And that will be the 3rd out. So an aggressive base running blunder, I would call it. I mean, the ball was in front of him, but the center fielder, Halpin, got to it quickly and cut him off at second, trying to stretch it to a double. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, and the score is 3-0. And to bat for the Guardians will be Ramirez, Manzardo, and Rodriguez. Ramirez struck out his first time. Darvish is in control and has a lead of 3-0. And a 3-1 pitch. And that's up the middle, and that will be a base hit. Even though they were shifted slightly to the right, it still got past Iglesias. And that will be a base hit. So a leadoff hit for the Guardians here in the bottom of the fourth. And here's Manzardo trying to climb back in this game. 0 for 1, he is struck out. Ramirez at first. He does have 3 stolen bases, but they're down 3-0, so I don't know how aggressive they will be. 1-1 pitch. He's going. And he will make it. So a stolen base. What do I know, huh? So a stolen base for Ramirez puts him in scoring position. Sorry about that. So 1 on, 1 out. Or no, nobody out. And here's Manzardo trying to knock in a run. On a 1-2 pitch. Lined into right field. That will drop. That will go to the fence. And here comes Ramirez. Manzardo will come into second with a stand-up double, and it's now 3-1. So the stolen base does pay off for the Guardians as he scores on the double by Manzardo. So have a little bit closer. 3-1, and here's Rodriguez. He flew out to left field his first time, trying to climb back. Another runner is in scoring position. And here's a 2-strike pitch. He struck him out. 1 out. And here's Schneemann to bat. 0 for 1. He struck out his first time. 5 strikeouts now for Darvish. No walks. Schneemann can drive in a run here. Full count. And he walked. So now the tying run is on base. And Hedges comes up to bat. So first and second with 1 out, and Hedges to bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Already a run in on the double by Manzardo, knocking in Ramirez. So what can Hedges do? With a 1-2 pitch, struck him out. And that was a fastball, and that's 2 outs. A big hit is needed here. The bottom of the order has been pretty weak for Cleveland. And here's Reyes. He struck out his first time. Yu Darvish is trying to get out of this inning without any more damage. 1-ball pitch. And that's popped on the right side of the infield, and to get it is Bogarts, and that'll be the 3rd out. So they do manage a run on 2 hits, and they leave 2 on base. So now the score after 4 innings, San Diego 3 and the Guardians 1. So Allard is in to face Cronenworth, Machado, and Merrill. Here in the top of the 5th. The lead has been cut down by 1. So here's Cronenworth. He is doubled, driven in a run, and flied out to left field. Full count from Allard. Ground ball to first. Manzardo picks it up, flips it to Allard, and that's the 1st out. Here's Machado. Singled last time. He has struck out also. He's 1 for 2. And a 2-1 pitch. Grounded weakly to third. Incoming is Ramirez. He will make the throw, and that will be the 2nd out. So Allard doing what he needs to do here. Keep this game close. And then let the bullpen for Cleveland finish it up. And hopefully the Guardians can score. So here's Merrill with 2 outs. He's walked and he has struck out. And a 3-ball, no-strike pitch inside, and that's ball 4. Changeup missed. He has walked twice in this game. First walk for Allard. And it's going to be O'Hearn. He has walked and flied out. Merrill at first. He can steal base. He has 2 of them in the playoffs. 1-2 pitch. He holds. Struck him out looking. So, curveball got him, and that's the 3rd out. That's the, what's it say, the 20th strikeout for Allard this postseason. So, 4.5 are complete now, and it's 3-1 San Diego. So Darvish faces Kwan, and then the top of the order, Rocchio and Halpin. Kwan singled his first time. 1 strike. That's lined to right, and that will drop in front of Tatis for a base hit. So Kwan must like this 9th spot in the order, because he's gotten on base quite a bit here. He got on base 2 times last game, and he's on base the first 2 times this time. So Rocchio to bat, Kwan at first. Don't know if they'll steal or not. Kwan doesn't have a stolen base yet in these playoffs. First pitch, he holds, lined into right, and that will go down the right field line toward the right field corner. Digging it out is Tatis. And here comes a run to score all the way from first base. And it's now 3-2 as Kwan scores on the double toward the right field corner all the way from first base. He got a good jump and made it all the way around the base path. So 3-2 as Rocchio comes through with his second double of the game. And Halpin will bat. Nobody out. So Rocchio at second. 0 for 2 is Halpin. 1 strike pitch. Trying to get to Darvish here. And that's up the middle, and that will be a base hit. Merrill comes in to get it. Here comes, nope, Rocchio will hold. They get it in quickly. So a base hit puts runners at first and third, and Ramirez will bat. So is Darvish done here in the 5th? San Diego may pull and go to the bullpen. Darvish is up to 20 batters. They're going to look at the bullpen. They got left-handed pitching. Let's see who they got here. They're going to go with Matsui to pitch. They're going to replace Darvish with Matsui. So that'll be it for Darvish. Left-handed, 20 batters for Darvish. He is responsible for the 2 runners on the base path. And here's Matsui. I'll look at my spreadsheet. Okay. All right, Matsui will pitch. He's pitched 2 innings in the playoffs. 9 ERA. Ramirez switches to the other side. He is 1 for 2. He has scored a run. He has stolen a base. So the infield is in now. Try and get this run or hold it at third. Trying to get these runs in. Ramirez has been clutch in the playoffs at times. 1-ball pitch from Matsui. And that's a fly ball to left center field, not that deep. Merrill gets it. It's going to be a play at the plate, and it will not be in time. It's off target, and Merrill's throw does not manage to get. That's a sacrifice fly, RBI for Ramirez. And now we have a new ball game. It's 3-3. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th as Cleveland has climbed back into this game, which they have done a few times in these playoffs. So Manzardo will bat facing Matsui. 2 balls, no strikes. Shifted to the right a little bit is the infield, and that's lined to right field. That will fall in front of Tatis. He'll hold at second, Halpin. And first and second with 1 out, and Rodriguez to bat. All right. The bats for Cleveland have woken up here in the 4th and 5th inning. So double play depth, probably, well, Jonathan Rodriguez, they'll play normal. Infield normal, outfield normal. 2 on, 1 out. And a 1-strike pitch. That is well hit to right field down the line, and it will reach the stands, and Rodriguez hits an opposite field 3-run home run. And the score now is Cleveland 6 and the Padres 363 feet down the right field line. And Rodriguez comes through again. and puts the Cleveland Guardians up by 3 runs. So, what was a 3-run lead for San Diego has turned into a 3-run deficit with 5 runs here for Cleveland here in the bottom of the 5th. So, Cleveland has woken up, and now Schneemann will bat. Matsui has not been too successful here. He's given up a sacrifice fly, a single, and a home run. 5 runs have scored here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Schneemann. He has walked and he has struck out. 1-2 pitch. And that's flied out to left. Going back a little bit is Laureano, and that'll be the second out of this inning. And here's Hedges. 0 for 2. 1 strike pitch. Fly ball center field. Going to his left and back is Merrill, and he will make the play. He leaps for it and grabs it right before the wall, and that'll be the third out. So that was pretty well hit by Hedges. Cleveland scores 5 runs here in the bottom of the 5th to take the lead 6-3 heading to the 6th. And Allard will be done for this game as they turn it over to the bullpen. So Allard did his job, faced 5 batters, and an inning. An inning and a third. An inning and a third. And now Cleveland will go to the bullpen. It has been a pretty good bullpen for them in these playoffs. However, the first 2 games of this series were not too good for them. So we'll see which version of the playoffs, of the bullpen, Cleveland is going to provide here. Enright will pitch. He's usually the one that starts it off. And he will do so again here in the top of the 6th. So Enright comes in. They usually follow it with either Gaddis or Junis. And then there's Sabrowski also in the mix before they get to Cade Smith. This game probably is not over yet. San Diego has firepower. And here's Enright. 1-0, 5 2/3 innings, 3.18 ERA in the playoffs. Here's Laureano to be followed by Bogarts, and Furman. Laureano is 0 for 2. Full count from Enright. Struck him out. Fastball, 1 out. Bogarts will bat. He's 0 for 2. 2-2 pitch. Grounded, or no, popped in foul territory outside of third base. Ramirez will grab it, and that's the second out. 2 outs. Here's Furman, 1 for 2. He has scored a run. Things have changed here quickly in this game. And a 1-ball, no-strike pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Rocchio will pick it up and throw it to first. And that will be the third out. So Enright does his job. 1, 2, 3. 5.5 in the book. And it is 6-3 Cleveland. Matsui is done. Not a very successful outing for him. And they will go to the bullpen for San Diego. And they're going to go with Estrada. So Estrada will come in to pitch. Estrada. Right-handed pitcher. Let's see what he is. He's probably the typical 4-1 or 5-1. 5 batters, 1 inning. Where is he? He's on my list here. Where is he? Maybe he's not. Yeah, he is. Okay. 4-1. Okay. Estrada will pitch here in the bottom of the 6th, and he'll face the bottom 2 and then the top of the Cleveland batting order. Reyes is 0 for 2. Leading 6-3 here in Game 4. 2-1 pitch from Estrada. Fly ball. Center field. Going back on it is Merrill toward the warning track. He will grab it, and that's the first out. Kwan is 2 for 2. He has scored a run. 2 singles. Batting average now up to 234. 2-strike pitch. Popped outside of third, or just short of third, in foul territory, and Machado will grab it, and that's 2 outs. So the top of the order, Rocchio with 2 doubles, a run scored, and an RBI in this game. He likes the leadoff position, just like Kwan likes the bottom. I don't know, did Rocchio do well in the last one? He didn't. He scored 2 runs. He was on base 4 or 5 times. He was hit by a pitch twice. So here we go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lined into left field. That will be his 3rd hit of this game. Will he stretch it? No, he will not. Laureano gets it in quickly. So 3 for 4 is Rocchio. And it'll be Halpin to bat. 1 for 3. He has scored a run. Actually, 1 for 2. That counted as a sacrifice? Okay. So the bunt counted as a sacrifice. So 1 for 2 with Rocchio at first. And a 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. Swing and a miss on a slider, and that'll be the 3rd out. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the 7th inning here in Cleveland, and Cleveland leads it 6-3. 7th inning. Enright is still in the game, and they'll keep him in the game. They're not ready to... let's see. All right, they're going to keep him in the game. So Enright will stay in. He will face Iglesias and then the top of the order. So we'll see if he stays in the whole inning or maybe just for this one batter. 0 for 2 is Iglesias. 1-strike pitch. Lined into center, and it'll be over the head of Halpin. It'll go to the wall, and it'll be a leadoff double. So right there is one of my mistakes. Leadoff double. That will be it. That will be it for Enright. They are not going to take any more chances. So he faces 4 batters, and they're going to go to the bullpen. So Cleveland goes to the bullpen, and they will bring in Gaddis. No. They'll bring in a little more tired Junis. So Junis will come in to pitch. So Junis pitches. All right, let's see what he is. Probably a typical. Where are you? Oh, wait a minute. That's San Diego I'm looking at. All right, that's Cleveland. 5-1. Okay. All right, Junis is in, and he will face Tatis. Iglesias at second with nobody out. Tatis is 3 for 4. No. He is 2 for 2. Has a home run. 3 balls, 1 strike from Junis. And that's outside. That's a walk. First and second. Nobody out. Here comes Cronenworth. Cronenworth is 1 for 3. Grounded to third. Ramirez will throw high to second, but they'll still get the runner at second. So they will get the lead run on the play on a fielder's choice. That was close. So first and third and 1 out for Machado. The tying run at the plate here in the top of the 7th. Machado has 5 home runs in the playoffs. First and third. Will they take off at first or make some motion here on the base paths? First pitch. That is lined up the middle, and it's 6-4. Cronenworth over to third, and the throw will be late from Halpin in center field. So we're back to first and third, and it's now 6-4. Scoring on the play is Iglesias. And going to third is Cronenworth. So a bit of aggressive running there. And now it's Jackson Merrill. First and third and one out. One run closer now are the Padres. Here in the top of the seventh. Told you they weren't done yet. Here's the first pitch. And that's grounded to short. Reyes will throw home. He'll be late. Oh, he is out. He made the play at home. Oh, I thought it was late. Excellent. He made it. He took a chance and got him. Wow. So a 6-2 put out, fielder's choice for Merrill, and it's 2 outs with a big out at home. On the play, Machado goes to second. And now Ryan O'Hearn will bat with 2 outs. Machado at second and Merrill at first. I didn't think he had a chance at home. But they got him. 1-1 pitch. And it's right down the right field line, and Manzardo grabs it and takes it to first. That'll be the third out. So Junis does get out of it here in the top of the seventh. And it's take me out to the ball game time, and it's 6-4 Cleveland in the bottom of the seventh. Why don't I hear take me out to the ball game? All right, so we're back here. I didn't hear take me out to the ball game. Just as I did last time. Maybe it's a problem with the Cleveland Stadium file. I don't know. But Estrada will be done. He faced 4 batters. So San Diego will go to the bullpen once again. And they will bring in, let's see, we're in the bottom of the seventh. They're going to bring in, let's see who's up. Ramirez, Manzardo, Rodriguez. Ooh. They're going to bring in Marjan. So Marjan will pitch, the left-hander. His job will be to keep this score 6-4. With the meat of the order coming up, they put in their best reliever, setup guy. 4-1. So here's Ramirez. He is 1 for 2 in this game. He has an RBI, sacrifice fly. 6-4 Cleveland. Left-handed pitching, Marjan. 2-0 in the playoffs, no ERA, 4 strikeouts, a walk, 6 2/3 innings. Ramirez is on the right side of the plate as a switch hitter. And a 2-2 pitch. Outfield, infield shifted to the left for Ramirez. Big hole down the right field line, but he doesn't take advantage of it. He strikes out. So a strikeout for Marjan. 1 out, and here's Manzardo. 2 for 3, has an RBI, and he has a run score. He had an RBI double. So that drove in the first run for Cleveland back in the fourth. So the left-handed pitcher, Marjan, with the first pitch to Manzardo. Lined into center, and that will be a base hit. That'll be the 3rd hit for Manzardo, and is he getting hot again? He has 3 hits in this game. 1 out, 1 on, and Rodriguez, the big star, hit a 3-run home run his last time up. That's his 4th of the playoffs. He has also struck out and flied out. So Manzardo at first. They will not hold him. And here's the one-strike pitch. Lined up the middle. Oh, he makes an excellent play, but Iglesias prevents it from going to center field. And that's an infield single, so first and second with one out. So that was lined sharply up the middle. And Iglesias did get a glove on it to hold it from going into center field. So 2 on and 1 out. And here's Schneemann to face Morjan. Trying to widen the lead, or at least get that run back that they gave up in the top of the inning. First pitch. Grounded to first. Over to second, back to first. And it's a high throw, and it's late. I was waiting. And he's safe, but they do get a fielder's choice on the play. Going to third is Manzardo. They get the play at second. So first base to shortstop is the put out, so 2 outs. And Hedges will bat. I guess I could have read the screen at the top. But all right, 2 outs. Morjan trying to get out of this here. Keep the score at 6-4. First pitch to Hedges. Fly ball, or no, that's a pop in the infield. And there is Iglesias to grab it. That will be the 3rd out. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. We go to the 8th inning of Game 4, and it's Cleveland 6 and the Padres 4. All right, Junis did his job. And he faced 5 batters. Pitched 1 inning. And they will go to the bullpen. And they will go with, let's see who's up. Laureano, Bogarts, and Furman. And they're going to go with Gaddis to pitch here in the top of the 8th. Bullpen so far for Cleveland has been decent. They did give up a run last inning. All right, Gaddis. He's probably a 5-1 pitcher. He's a 4-1 pitcher. 4 batters, 1 inning. The right-hander will head to the mound. He is 3-0 in the playoffs. No earned run average, 6 innings, just 6 1/3 innings. So been very efficient. This bullpen has been very good, except I was a little surprised at him in the first 2 games of this series. They're doing okay right now. And stepping up is Laureano. 2-run lead for Cleveland here in the top of the 8th. Laureano is 0 for 3. 2 balls, 1 strike from Gaddis. Well hit to right field. Back on it is Schneemann, and that's an opposite field home run for Laureano. And now the score is 6-5. So they've closed the lead to 1 run, 391 feet, just off of right field toward right center. And that's his 4th home run of the playoffs for Laureano. And here's Bogarts 0 for 3. Now we have a tight ball game here. Here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lane deep is the outfield, grounded to second. Roque over to his right. He will make the play to first, and that's 1 out. And here's Furman, 1 for 3. 382 hitter, 3 home runs. 2-strike pitch. Playing deep is the outfield. Struck him out. Fastball, 99 miles an hour. And here's Iglesias with 2 outs. They need a base runner or something to go on here. 2-2 pitch. Grounded to short. Up with it is Reyes. He will make the play, and that will be the third out. A leadoff home run by Laureano gets him closer. 7.5 complete, and it is 6-5 here in Cleveland. So Marjan will be done. He faced 5 batters, and they will go to the bullpen in San Diego. And they will go with Mason Miller. Mason Miller will pitch here in the bottom of the 8th. (2-0) in the playoffs. 8 innings pitched. 1.12 ERA. He has 12 strikeouts. So Miller's in to pitch. Basically have 2 closers. Where is Miller? There he is. He's a 4-1 pitcher. All right, bottom of the order, Arias, Kwan, and Rocchio to bat against the right-hander, Miller. 6-5 here in Game 4. Cleveland's ahead. A win by Cleveland ties the series at 2-2. 1-2 pitch to Arias. Grounded to third. Machado to his left will make the play, and that's 1 out. Kwan, 2 for 3. He has scored a run. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out on a slider. And caught him looking, and that's 2 outs. Rocchio to bat, 3 for 4 in this game. He's 2 doubles, a run score, and an RBI. So a big game for Rocchio so far. Batting left-handed, he's a switch hitter. 2-strike pitch. Miller does his job and strikes him out on a changeup. Took some pop off of it. You expect a fastball from him, and he throws a changeup at 84 miles an hour. So that's the 3rd out, and we head to the 9th inning, and the closer for Cleveland will come in to hopefully finish it off. 6-5 heading to the top of the 9th. And Cade Smith will arrive for Cleveland to close this off. And he will face the top of the order. Tatis, Cronenworth, and Machado. He will earn it. Cade Smith. No ERA, 8 innings pitched, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts, no decisions. Don't know how many saves he has. Let's see. Does it say how many saves he has? Oh, he has 7 saves in these playoffs. All right, top of the order, Tatis. He has been on base all 4 times. He has homered. He has scored twice. He has walked twice. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfield playing deep. Infield, 3rd and 1st, holding the line. Fly ball, left field, and here comes Kwan, and that will be the 1st out. Cronenworth will bat. So they finally get Tatis out. Cronenworth is 1 for 4 with an RBI double. 2-strike pitch from Smith. Outfield still deep. That's grounded to third or short, and diving and stopping it is Reyes, but it will be an infield single. So the tying run is at first base with 1 out, and here's Machado. It was pretty well hit to the left side. He dove for it. Didn't make the play. So an infield single. Don't know if he would have gotten him anyway at first. So here's Machado. 6-5. He has 5 home runs, 16 RBIs in these playoffs. He's driven in 1 in this game. He's 2 for 4. Cronenworth at first. Do they take a chance and steal a base? 1 ball, no strikes. What's that? A balk? Oh, okay. A balk. Oh, wow. That's the first one I've seen of those. That's why I didn't know what was going on. So I got to write that down. Balk. So now that puts the tying run at second base with 1 out. Outfield is playing deep. One ball, no strikes. Grounded sharply down the line at third. Ramirez, the long throw, will make the play. And that's the second out. And here's Jackson Merrill. He has walked twice. He's 0 for 2. So 2 outs. Tying run at second for the Padres. And here we go. Smith trying to save his 8th game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he will do it. Strike 3. So Smith, on a splitter, strikes out Merrill, leaves Cronenworth at second, and the Guardians have tied this series at 2 with a 6-5 win in Game 4. And Cade Smith has come through again, taking over for Clase, and he has been brilliant as the closer. I had to get a drink there. So an exciting 1-run game finally in the World Series. The other 3 games haven't been quite as exciting. So, see who the player of the game is. It has to be, I would say Rocchio is probably the player of the game. That'd be my opinion, or Rodriguez with the 3-run home run to put him ahead. So that's it for this game. They're celebrating it outside home plate, and the series is now tied 2-2. And we'll see what's ahead as we recap this one and look to Game 5. So a close game. Rodriguez with the 3-run home run in the 5th inning put them ahead for good, even though the Padres managed to come back with 2 runs in the 7th, or 1 run in the 7th and 1 run in the 8th to make it a closer game. So the series is now tied at 2. Best of 7. One last game in Cleveland, and then we head to San Diego. So we are definitely going back to San Diego. And there will be a 6th game in this playoffs, or in this World Series. So let's go to the player of the game for Tatis is the player of the game. Okay, another one of these odd ones, picking the losing team, even though Rocchio had 3 hits, drove in 1 and scored a run. And Rodriguez hit a 3-run home run, but it is what it is. Computer does this. Little under 4 hours of time, fake time. About 44,000 people again will go home. Most of them Guardian fans. They'll be happy. So let's look at the recap here for the pitching. Losing pitcher is Darvish. He is now 1-1 in these playoffs. The winning pitcher is Allard, who's 2-0 in the playoffs. And the save, once again, goes to Smith. And that's his 8th save in the playoffs. So pretty effective closer that Cleveland has going in these playoffs. So let's see here. Let's go to the batting department. Some excellent defense from the Guardians, throwing out a batter at second, getting an out at home that would have been a big run back in the, let's see, what inning was that? That was the 7th inning when they already had a run. That was a big run that could have cut the deficit to 6-5, and then followed up with a home run after that. potentially, but you never know about the future. But here we go. For the batting for San Diego, 2 for 3 is Tatis. He had a 2-run home run. He scored twice. Cronenworth, 2 for 5. Machado had 2 hits. Both Cronenworth and Machado had an RBI. Laureano had an opposite field home run in 4 trips. For Cleveland, 3 hits out of 5 trips for Rocchio, scoring a run and driving in a run. Ramirez drove in a run, scored a run. Manzardo, 3 hits. His batting average is up over 300 again. He had an RBI on a run scored. Rodriguez with the 3-run home run, one of his 2 hits in this game. And Kwan, his batting average is up above 225. He was down in the 190 category when he was leading off. Now he's up to 227. He had 2 hits and a run scored. We had a stolen base from Ramirez, and San Diego didn't manage to steal a base. That's kind of odd in this game. But that stolen base paid off for Cleveland because that was the first run that they scored in the bottom of the 4th. So that's the game here. And we'll give the final recap here. San Diego, 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Winning Cleveland Guardians, 6 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher is Kobe Allard, the left-hander. And that will be win number 2 against no losses in the playoffs. The 8th save goes to Cade Smith. And Yu Darvish takes the loss for San Diego. He is 1-1 in the playoffs. So that's it for this game 4. We'll leave this game. We have one more in Cleveland, with the series now tied at 2. So we've got that. I'll save this. And we will move on. Player of the game was Tatis, a little surprising. So we continue on. It should be another game. And that Daniel Robert is still on the list. Doesn't matter. And there will be a game 5 in Cleveland. And it will be the aces of the staff. So it could go either way now. Series is tied 2-2. It's a best of 3 series. Who has the better pitching staff? It'll be Pivetta against Williams. Pivetta 2-2 in the playoffs. I'm yawning. Pivetta 2-2 in the playoffs, 2.43 ERA. Gavin Williams 1-1 with a 3.71 ERA. They faced off in game 1, and Pivetta won that one pretty easily. So game 5 will be coming up on October 29th, game day. We're almost, 29th will be a day off. We'll be playing, 29th, this one, 31st is the next one. We could be playing November baseball, maybe not. If the series ends in 6, we will be done before November comes. So we'll see. But excellent game 5, or game 4, and look forward to game 5. Hopefully I'll get to it sooner than I've gotten to game 4. So sometimes you just have other things to do and can't keep up with it. But I'd like to finish this as soon as possible. I don't want to be at baseball season and still working on this, but only 3 more to go potentially. And to find out who wins this 2025 reimagined Fall Classic. So that's it for the baseball here tonight. I don't know what else is going on in sports. It's a pretty quiet night, not a lot of going on. We have some big playoff games coming up this weekend and into college football championship on Monday. I will say that I am happy that the Steelers are now without Tomlin. He made the right choice, in my opinion. Too many seasons being mediocre, not winning playoff games. It was time to go, time to step down. So I don't know who they'll get, but they have not been able to replace Ben as the quarterback, and their offense has been pathetic, to say the least, since then. So it was going downhill later in Roethlisberger's career anyway, but it hasn't gone anywhere since then. So hopefully the new coach can turn it around. And the Penn State keeps football keeps trying to get portal players with the new coach Dan Campbell. Is it Dan Campbell? I think no, that's the Detroit Lions coach. Who's the coach for the Penn State? It's Campbell. I know that from Iowa State. So we'll see what type of team. I'm not upset that they brought a bunch of Iowa State players in. That's a smart move, in my opinion. You bring the players you know to start building a new program if you can do it that way. You might as well try it that way. I think they'll be able to compete and they'll be fine. Campbell's a good coach. So I'm not too worried about that. Big wrestling matches coming up for the wrestling team at Penn State. And we'll see how that goes. I think Iowa is first at Iowa. And then they still have, I think, Ohio State and Nebraska down the road. And Michigan. But the big three, I think, are Iowa, Ohio State, and Nebraska. So they're tough. The wrestling program's been good for years. So we'll see. But enough of that. Baseball tonight is over. And I wait to get to Game 5. I would do it after this one, but it's getting to be late, and it's probably bedtime. So look forward to the next game, and it's been nice being on here again, and we'll see you next time.